My name is Robert Libbey, registered massage therapist. I've been practicing for a long time, about 29 years. I did 3 research posters, 3 research projects, and I created the posters and wanted to bring the information to the Massage Therapy Association of Manitoba's 50th anniversary AGM, which is fantastic. So in this poster, this talks about the ligamento-muscular reflex that is present in all animals. So this is specifically for the human. And what we did is we figured out the specific ligaments and the specific muscles that have a ligamento-muscular reflex and the neurological pathways that it takes. So we have an influence or an injury that can happen to a ligamentous joint capsule tissue, goes over to the spinal cord, goes up into the central nervous system. And while it's in the central nervous system, it affects the primary sensory cortex. It migrates over to the primary motor cortex, which then has a pathway that affects specific muscles. So for example, with your patients that have an ACL or a PCL tear, there is what we typically see in clinic is we'll see either an overprotection of a muscular engagement or protective mechanism, or we'll see a complete flaccidity or a lack of muscle activity. So we'll see an inhibition of the tissue. So it can either be an activation, stimulation, or an inhibition. And then we documented on a chart which ligaments were affected to which muscles and what the contraction or the relaxation was for those. So that's for the ligamento-muscular reflex. Okay, then on the second poster, as clinicians, we're all taught in medical school that we have a specific nerve root that becomes a specific nerve that then innervates a specific skin or muscle tissue. So we have dermatomes and myotomes, but we don't really know which nerves innervate which joint capsules and ligamentous tissue. So I did another research project which documented every ligament neurological innervation for the whole human body. So we were able to, for example, for the cervical spine, we're able to document which nerve root becomes which peripheral nerve and then innervates which joint tissue. And then for the shoulder also, which nerve root becomes which nerve and innervates which ligamentous and joint capsule tissue for the shoulder. But we've done it for every axial and peripheral joint capsule for the whole human body. So now we have that all in a one-stop shop. You can go to ligamentpain.com or .ca and you can purchase that there. And then we have the pain referral patterns. This is all documented, evidence-informed research. It's all published information where we have the information about what happens after a joint capsule or a ligamentous injury, the neurological and structural pathway that happens that leads you to pain and referred pain. This also is not taking into account the biopsychosocial effects or the context of that. This is just specific physiological, structural research. And then we have the information on how referred pain occurs. That's very specific information. And we've gone through the whole body for each axial and peripheral joint capsule and ligamentous tissue to find out what the pain referral pattern was for those specific tissues. And again, that's just all published evidence-informed research that we were able to compile all in one book. So those are the 3 research projects that I brought to the Manitoba Association's 50th anniversary. So I'm happy to be here.